Hello, it's Margot Tripsa, and this is tutorial number 13 of the orientation module, Showcase Student Learning via Multimedia for Student-Led Conferences. To get more out of this presentation, I would encourage you to stop this video and download Enigma to your phone. If you do this, you will get to see some sample student-created projects, and that might help you in your attempt to use multimedia for student-led conferences. The purpose of the student-led conferences is to celebrate student learning. Student-led conferences is really not the time for the teacher to be in control, it's the time for students to be in charge. Students have the opportunity to showcase their learning, and student-led conferences should not be an opportunity for a parent-teacher conference. Today, with all the new technologies, student-led conferences are changing. In other words, we have so many exciting opportunities to let the students create and showcase their learning in exciting ways, as opposed to maybe 10 years ago when the typical way to do it would be through just paper projects. And I will show you some tricks that you could use to turn even paper projects into multimedia. These are some tools that could be used for this purpose. The reflection piece is very important when it comes to student-led conferences. It would be important to give the students the opportunity to reflect on projects and assignments right after the completion of the project or the assignment, because otherwise it could be hard for the students to reflect after a long period of time. And this is a wonderful idea. It was developed by Peter Pappas and is called the taxonomy of reflection. Each level of reflection is structured to parallel Bloom's taxonomy. Assume that a student looked back on a project and assignment they had completed. What sample questions might they ask themselves as they move from lower to higher order reflections? So remember, understand, and apply. Bloom's remembering. What did I do? Students could answer questions such as, what was the assignment? When was it due? Did I get it turned in on time? For understanding, what was important about what I did? Did I meet my goals? So the students could answer questions such as, do I understand the parts of the assignment and how they connect? Did my response completely cover all the parts of the assignment? Do I see where this fits in with what we are studying? And for application, the students could ask questions such as, how was this assignment similar to other assignments? Do I see connections in content, product, or process? Where could I use this in my life? And finally, the top part of Bloom's taxonomy, analyze, evaluate, and create. Students could answer questions such as, for analysis, were the strategy, skills, and procedures I used effective for this assignment? Do I see any patterns in how I approached my work? What were the results of the approach I used? Were they efficient? Or could I have eliminated or reorganized some steps? Okay, for evaluation, the student needs to basically answer, how well did I do? What worked? What do I need to improve? And for creation, the students could answer questions such as, what should I do next? What's my plan? How can I best use my strengths to improve? What steps should I take or resources should I use to meet my challenges and my goals? The most effective tool that students can use to reflect on their learning is actually the rubric. If you use the rubric, that could really guide the student to reflect. They would be able to tell the parents to what degree they met the expectations. You can have the students create a table of contents or a cheat sheet. A cheat sheet gives the students the opportunity to put their ideas in order. For instance, here you can see that I ask the students to provide sample work from writing, math, some online resources. They will reflect on their progress, science, social studies, and then the other subjects here, reading, special areas, and Arabic subjects. They would just write here briefly what did they learn by completing that assignment, and what they did to improve. To really give students ownership and allow them to be in control, teachers should not choose student work for them. So students should really have a voice in regards to what assignments, assessments, or projects they want to show to their parents. Now the fun part. I will show you what you can do to take student-led conferences to the next level with multimedia. If you have not downloaded Enigma to your smartphone, please do so. Okay, first idea is using podcasting or just simply MP3s. So what you can do is have the students showcase their learning via audio. Maybe you have younger students who are not able to read or write, but they can surely talk. So this is a great idea to allow them to share their learning or talk about favorite project. Some ideas would be book reviews, allow the students to reflect on some assignments and record them. That way, when the parents come, all they would need to do would be just to have the parents scan the code and listen to the reflection. You can also have them explain math problems and how they got to a certain answer, explain concepts or vocabulary words, create news reports, maybe have the students create an interview or share learning on any subject. To see an example, I would invite you to scan this code with Enigma and it will take you to a podcast that my students created this year to share their learning. It was a cross-curricular project, reading and science. To create the MP3s, any voice recorder apps would work. Either any voice recorders you find on the iPad or on any smartphone. Once you have your recording, you can use different websites to host your audio files. Websites such as SoundCloud, Podomatic, or you can just store it in your Google Drive. SoundCloud, for instance, allows you to store 3 hours of audio for free. I will show you my example, and I use for this one Podomatic.
Giant pandas are endangered animals. Pandas are very rare.
To create videos, you can have your students use their camera to record themselves sharing their learning, and also you could allow them to use iMovie to edit their movies and merge the clips or create some fun presentations. But even just the camera would do the work. This is a video created with iMovie.
We are the master of lizards. Written by Arif Ali Saud A. First, I'm gonna share about random facts. Lizards lead lives that are full of surprises.
Screencasts are absolutely awesome. Screencasts with Show Me or Explain Everything give even a 4-year-old the opportunity to showcase their learning in an awesome way. I will show you a couple samples. So the first one is a screencast with Explain Everything.
And Doha is the capital of the Qatar. This chart showed how the population increased in 30 years. Museum from the outside. It's aqua park and you can have a lot of fun.
How can you use Show Me with little kids? What you can do, for instance, is take pictures of the book and then have them read the book. That way you can record their voices and easily track their progress and have a digital proof of their progress. You can also ask them questions while you create the screencast and you will have everything captured, your questions and the student answers.
This is the sun. This is the sun. The sun is a star because it's like a ball of fire. And this is Mercury. Mercury is the second hottest planet and is the closest one to the sun.
Padlet is an interesting way to create multimedia project. You can scan the code and it will take you to the project. What you can see is that you can have text, pictures, and also videos.
Hi, my name is Amy. My name is Joshua.
You can see students' projects here.
Hi, my name is Mariam. Hi, my name is Sam.
Another idea to turn paper project into multimedia project is through the use of QR codes. You can see here the student paper product, and what this student did was to record a screencast with Show Me and then put the code there so the parent could just scan the code and it would take the parent to the presentation.
Idioms. Today I'm going to tell you what are idioms and what they mean. Idioms are an expression that does not mean actually what it says. I will give you some idioms and I'm going to tell you what are my favorite ones. So, this is the pure lip.
By using QR codes, the students could reflect on their progress, like their IXL points or their points in ResKids, and they could place the QR code that would take the parents to the audio. That includes their reflection. Or you can have the students showcase their work, the work that they published using G Suite applications, such as websites, Blogger, or Google Docs. Thank you.